Hey guys, a very warm welcome to Arihant Online Academy. And in this session, we are going to discuss a very important MCQs for UGC NET, PGT Computer Science, TGT Computer Science for NVS, KVS, PGT-ARB, or DSSSB, or for any exam, right? So if you are preparing for any computer science exam, these sessions will be very useful for you. So without any delay, let's just start. The question number one here is, which of the following statement suits best for this C code? Okay, one more important instruction that recently HALMT exam is also going to conducted by the management of the relevant field. So for that exam also, if you are preparing, these sessions are completely relevant with the that also, right? So don't worry, you can focus here as well. So the C code is given to us, and this is the following C code you can see here. So which of the following option should be the correct? So question hash include studio.h int main union integer 1 is declared and integer 2 is declared, and my variable dot I2 equals to 15500, it is assigned like that, and printf my variable dot I1 and my variable dot I2 we have declared. So what would be the correct output of this program? So if you will focus here, a very important question. So the concept of union will be used. So if we have declared I1 and I2, so the maximum of that is whatever it is, it will be memory will be allocated to that, and no need to allocate separate memory for I1 or I2. And as we are using the union type of data variable, so if I2 is declared as a 500, hence similar value will be allocated to I1 as well, because there is no need to worry that my variable is only this is assigned for I2. If it is assigned like that, the same memory allocation is assigned to I1 as well. Hence my variable I1, it will also print 500, and my variable dot I2, it will also print 500. So option C is the correct answer for this question. Okay. Next question here is, find the output of the following C program. A very important program is in front of you. The question here is, hash include studio.h int main int variable. Suppose the address of the variable is 8000. Void star ptr equals to m% variable star ptr equals to 7. Now what we are printing, variable equals to %d and ptr equals to %d, where n star ptr. So if you will see, what would be the correct answer we need to answer here, right? So if you will see that ptr equals to %d, ptr equals to %d is here. So ptr equals to %d, and what we are doing here, we are returning void star ptr. So it is incorrect way of declaration of void type because the correct word type would be void star, and we are printing integer. So hence int star and then ptr should be there, and it should be like it would hold m% where. It should be the correct way. It should be the correct way like that. Hence, this is the incorrect declaration of void type. Hence, compiler error would be there. So option D is the correct answer. Okay. So this kind of question you can expect in UGC NET, GATE, ISRO, BARC, and all CSIT exams, right? So I think concepts are clearing means in each question you will get to know about the pattern. You will get the level of question. You will get the relevant conceptual explanation. Because conceptual explanation is good. If you are reading theory, that is very good. But implementation part is also important, because in a competitive exam, what's most important is how you implement that program, how you implement that topic, and what kind of questions competitive exams are asking from that. That is why we are running these MCQ sessions, because to know that, okay, array is a topic, it is good, but what from array they can ask, that is important. Similarly, here is a question from array. Pick the best statement for the below. Now, what competitive exam is asking? They will give you a statement like that, like int array 50 equals to like that. Now, it means that an integer array is declared with 50 memory spaces, and they have allotted some values like that. So which of the following statement is correct? It isn't allowed in C and it will give compiler error, or option B, this is allowed in C compiler or C standard, option C, depends on compiler, or option D, none of the above. So the concept of array we need to use here. What it will hold? The array would be declared, integer array would be declared. You can see here integer array would be declared with 50 spaces, that is indexing 0 to indexing 49. Now on 0th index 0 would be stored, on first index 1 would be stored, on second index 2 would be stored, and you are seeing that this is the crux of the program. 47 equals to 47, it simply means that on 47th location, that is A47, what value we are storing? 47. Okay, so 47 would be stored there, and then 48 and 49 means on 40th index 48 would be stored, and 49th index 49 would be stored. It is the concept like that. Hence this is allowed in C as per the standard, no error would be there, right? So option B is 100% correct answer for this. Now question number 4, very important question again. Focus here. Int a equals to 1 2 3 4, for loop is there, system.out.println like that, and then we are using system.out.println error like that. So basically here exception topic is asked, exception topic from concept of OOPS using Java, object oriented programming systems, right? So if you will see here that what would be the correct answer. So if you will see here, we are calling subclass of the exception, we are calling subclass of the exception here after base class exception. After base class exception, that would create error. Why? Because base class exception already knows the error, it is already declared like that, but we are calling subclass exception after the base class. Hence we can say that compiler error would be there, right? Hence option A is the correct answer for this question. The next question here is, suppose someone writes the increment macro like that, which increments the value one by one in following ways. So these four are the macro increment operations written by some coder, let's say. So pick the correct statement for the above macros. Only INC1 is correct. Only increment 1, 2, 3, and 4 are correct. Only increment 1 and 3 are correct, or none of the above are correct. So whenever we are declaring the macro like hash define, then there is a macro name. There is a macro name like INC, let's say 1. Then there shouldn't be any spaces. There shouldn't be any space, right? Between the argument part and macro name, there shouldn't be any space. Here no space, but here space is there. Here space is there. Hence only this way and this way, it is the correct way of declaring any macro increment or any macro syntax. So hence we can say that option C is the correct, that is only INC1 and INC3 are correct, but INC4 and INC2 is not correct. Why? Because between macro name and between argument there is a space, it is not allowed here. That is why 2 and 4 is false, only 1 and 3 is the correct way. So I hope it is clear to you. Let's see the next question. Find out the correct statement for the following program. The following program is like that. Which is the correct statement? If you will see int star lptr equals to null. Now if condition is checking here, if gptr equals to lptr, lptr is itself null, okay, no problem. But if you will see gptr, it is not a part of local body, it is not a local variable declared here, but gptr is declared outside, that is global variable it is. So by default it will took the default value of global variable, that would be treated as 0 equals to 0. Hence equal, it will always print equal. It will always print equal. Okay, so option A is the correct answer. Next question here is 6 files F1, F2, F3, F4, F5 and F6 have 100, 200, 50, 80, 120, 150 records respectively. In what order should they be stored so as to optimize act? Assume each file is accessed with the same frequency. So we need to use here greedy algorithm concept. Greedy algorithm concept. Okay. And in that you can say that according to that what we are using now, we need to do the smaller file first. That is 50 would be collected first, then 80 would be collected first. The result would be stored like 80 plus 50, 130 like that. Then we will took 120, we will add them. It would give us 250 like I am rating here. Then 250 it would added with 150, then it would add 400. It would be further added with, okay, 100 would be there because 100 would be first, then 120 like that, right? Basically minimum file should be covered first, and basically you can say that in minimum file should be collected first, right? 50 would be first, 80. So 50 basically for F3, then F4, then we have F1 because 100 is there, then F5 that is 120, then 150, and then 200. That is option A is the correct answer for this, because minimum file should be covered first so that we can optimize it. Why we are using greedy concept? Because we need to optimize the act. Hence option A is the correct. Next question here is, consider the polynomial px equals to a0, a1x, a2x square plus a3x cube, where ai doesn't equals to 0 for all I. The minimum number of multiplications needed to evaluate p on an input x is. So minimum number of multiplication needed here. How to calculate it? Let's rewrite px. I can rewrite px as a0 plus, I can take x as a common. I can write a1 here plus, from that I can take one more x common, a2 here. Okay, x square. Okay, and I can write it like plus a3x like that. If I write it like that, then if you will see how many multiplication would be needed, 1 would be needed here, then 2 would be needed here, and then another multiplication from this result would be needed. So first multiplication, second multiplication, and third multiplication, right? So only 3 multiplications needed in minimum way. So I need to rewrite it in order to do it in minimum number of multiplications, and in that way I need 3 multiplications. So option A is the correct answer for this question. Next question here is question number 9. Suppose we are sorting an array of 8 integers using quick sort, and we have just finished the first partitioning with the array looking like this. So this is the array which is looking like after first partition like that. So which statement is correct? The pivot could be either the 7 or the 9, or option B, the pivot could be the 7 but it is not the 9, or option C, the pivot is not 7 but it could be the 9, or neither 7 nor 9 is the pivot. So if you will see, our sequence is 2, after that we have 5, then we have 1, then we have 7, then we have 9, then we have 12, then we have 11, then we have 10. So if we will observe the 7, this element, all the left side element is lesser and all the right side element is greater. Okay, and if I observe the element 9, then also on the right hand side all are greater, and on the left side all are lesser. So both 7 and 9 can be my pivot element, because on the left side all are small, on the right side all are greater. Means these both are at their correct position. Both elements are currently at their correct position. Hence 7 could also be the pivot element as well as 9 could also be pivot element. It is a possibility. Hence I will go with option A. Option A is the correct answer for this question. And the next question here is, consider the following 2 sequence. This sequence is given to us: x equals to bc DCABC and y equals to CADBCB. The length of longest common subsequence LCS, longest common subsequence of X and Y is. So if you will see here, from first, if I took B, then B, C, B, B, C, and B. So minimum 3 subsequence I am getting. Minimum longest common subsequence 3 like B, C, B. This is part of X, B, C, and then B. And here also B, C, B. So 3 is minimum length. So option D is cancelled. But I need to check, is there any longer common sequence more than that? That is C is possible or A is possible or not? Okay. So if I need 4, then for 4, let's start from C. If I say that first C is there, okay, this C is C. Then after that A is there. Okay, A is there. Then B is there, B is there, and then C is there, and C is there. So if I took the common subsequence like C, A, B, C, then here also if you will see C, A, B, C. So four length common subsequence is also there. So option B is also get cancelled. Now I am up to 4. Now I need to check. That whether 5 length common subsequence is possible or not, because from C I can observe here only 4 length is possible. From D, if I will go with D, A, B, C, B, C, no, only 4 length maximum common subsequence is possible. Hence option C is the correct answer. Okay. So in this video, we have discussed the very important 10 questions as a part 1 for the preparation of your all computer science exams, including GATE, UGC NET, ISRO, BARC, PGT, TGT, IT officers, RRB, JECS, PGTRB, HAL, MT, and DSSSB, and all important CS exams, right? So for more such kind of videos and lectures, do subscribe us, ask your doubts, and do subscribe, share it with your friends, and press the bell icon button, guys. Have a very nice day. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.